Good morning, class 10. Revision, exam, you know very well. I suppose you know the timetable will be provided. Trigonometry, revision. Trigonometry, I am emphasizing on this particular chapter because this is very, very important for even higher class. So now you see, I will not explain in detail. We will come to the questions. Sine, cos, there are 6 trigonometric ratios. Sine, cos, tan. And these 3 are opposite of this. Cosec opposite of sin. Sec opposite of cos. Cot opposite of tan. So whatever the values if we know about of sine, cos and tan, for remaining values automatically you can find out. Suppose sine 30 degree is equal to 1 by 2. Suppose, or say, I suppose this is the correct value. So what will be the value of cosec 30? It means 1 by 2 opposite 2 by 1. Understand? So, और दूसरी चीज क्या है कि if you know the value of sine and cos, so all the values you can find. बोले सर कैसे? tan is equal to होता है sin by cos, ये आइडेंटिटी. तो sin और cos का वैल्यू यदि मालूम है, तो sin by cos हम वैल्यू देके निकाल लेंगे तो tan का निकल जाएगा. Cosec opposite of sin, sec opposite of cos, cot opposite of tan. So no need to worry to see the timetable, see the table of these degrees. So we are learning only for 0 degree, 30, 45, 60 and 90. This means if you know the values of sine and cos, you can find the values of all the trigonometric ratios. So my dear, come to the question. So this is suppose right angle triangle. Pythagoras theorem is very important because in Pythagoras theorem we use that Pythagoras theorem, and we are considering here right angle triangle because sorry, hypotenuse is only in the right angle triangle and other two are perpendicular angles. So it means we consider only in the right angle, and one angle is right angle, so these two angles, each of them will be acute angle. It's very simple because angle sum property, sum of all angles should be 180 degree, and one angle is 90 degree. Therefore, it is very clear that other two angles, the sum of other two angles will be 90. And each angle will be less than 90, means acute angle. And here we limit ourselves for acute angle, that's all. For more than 90 degree, you will learn in class 11, so you will study there. So sine, and one thing, the most important part, for the angle of which you are considering, that is the side opposite to that angle is perpendicular. So if you are considering theta here, theta is a symbol used in mathematics. Many symbols we use in mathematics: alpha, beta, gamma, theta, pi, phi, psi, omega, delta, mu, etc., etc. So these symbols are frequently used in mathematics and also in physics. So this theta is, suppose this angle C, suppose we have supposed theta. Theta, theta is an angle. So here C angle, and theta angle is acute angle. So for this angle, this will be P, this will be B. And if we consider this angle, suppose this one theta मान so this will be P and this will be B. So P and B will be changed if we change the angle. But hypotenuse will be same because hypotenuse is the side opposite to right angle. So these are the important points you should remember. And, and I have also given how can you learn this formula. I have given the technique to remember this formula. Some points you have to learn, you have to remember, but some points you can derive yourself. So, no need to worry. And in trigonometry, that is the chapter, last chapter for half yearly examination. I have informed 1 to 8 is the chapter. Now sine 0, 0, sine 30, 1 by 2, sine 45, 1 by root 2, cos 60, sine 60, root 3 by 2, and sine 90 means 1. Why say I have also given you the derivation. How can you find the values of these angles geometrically? So everything you cannot learn, something you have to derive yourself. So we should learn the foundation, we should learn the basic. Everything it is not possible to learn everybody will learn. So you should learn the technique to remember, and the sine, cos, tan, and these are the three opposite of this. Opposite of sine, cosine, opposite of cos, opposite of tan. If you know the values of these three, the values of these three will be automatically you can learn. So now you see these values. And now cos 0, cos 1, cos 30, root 3 by 2, cos 45, the same value. And I have also explained how can you find the value of these three, 30, 45, 60. These are also very important. To find the values of 30, 45, and 60 degrees. And cos 60, 1 by 2, and cos 90, 0. And if you know these values, so tan is equal to sine by cos, you know the identity. So 0 by 1 means क्या हो जाएगा? 0. If the numerator is 0, denominator is any number of terms, that will be 0. Tan 30, this by this, क्या हो जाएगा? 2 cancel, 1 by root 3. Tan 45, this by this means 1. Tan 60, this by this, root 3. And tan 90, sine by cos, 1 by 0, you know very well that is infinite. No value can be found. Still we don't know the value of the fraction which denominator is 0. And if denominator is 0, we know. You can find out with the calculator also. You divide any number by 0. You will tell me what will you get. I suppose you must have done this experiment in your computer or calculator. And cosec. Cosec, you know, opposite of sine. 0 means 0 by 1, so 1 by 0 means infinite. तो इस तरह से इसको वैल्यू हम निकाल सकते हैं और इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि you should याद करने का टेक्निक भी आना चाहिए. You should learn some techniques. So technique is also very helpful in mathematics and physics, also in all the subjects, but particularly in mathematics. So these are the some important points I have reminded you, and these are the identities. These three are very, very important, and I have also explained how can you prove sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1, sec square theta minus tan square theta is equal to 1, and cosec square theta minus cot square theta is equal to 1, and tan. But every identity you can verify, you can derive, you can prove geometrically. And so I will not re-explain all these things, but now concentration on the question. Whatever the question, how can you, so I would like to explain some questions and how can you solve. Now you see, one question I would like, cot theta is equal to 7 by 8. You find the value of 1 plus sine theta. and 1 minus sine theta. Question number 8 point, exercise 8.1, question number 7 and 7, first of 7. 1 plus sine, 1 minus sine upon 1 plus cos and into 1 minus cos. Now you have to evaluate. One here, पहला तो मैंने कहा कि you draw a right angle triangle and this is the right angle and suppose this is theta. The cos theta is equal to, you know, cos theta b by t. And for this angle this is b, this is b. So this is t, b by t means this is base and this is perpendicular. So perpendicular is 8 and base is 7. Now use the Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem, in the right triangle, the square of hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares. So all these points you should remember and you should understand. So you can find the value of AC. AC is equal to 8 square plus 7 square under root. 8 is 64. 7 7 is 49. And now you see this is 113 under root. No under root, so this will be the value of 113 under root. And now you have to find the value of sine, 1 plus sine. एक तरीका ऐसा है कि you find the value of sine and cos, you put them. Otherwise, you can simplify this given expression, so you will get in very short form. Again, a plus b, a minus b. Algebraic identity you will use a plus b, a square minus b square. Yani 1 minus sine square. And similarly, 1 plus cos into 1 minus cos. This will be also 1 minus cos square theta. And now you see this identity. Sine square plus cos square is equal to 1. So 1 minus sine, if you convert, if you change, if you transfer this term from left to right, this will be minus. So cos square is equal to 1 minus sine. This will be cos square theta. And 1 minus sine square is equal to क्या हो जाएगा? Sine square theta. And now you see, you will write like this: cos by sine का whole square, and cos by sine you know. So tan is equal to sine by cos, cos is equal to cos by sine. So this will be cot square theta. Now cot theta is given. How much? 7 by 8. So this means 7 by 8 whole square. And this is 49 by 64. Well, sir, if we find, so what is the use of finding AC? No use. मैं तो उसके लिए बता रहा हूँ कि यदि आप साइन निकाल के कॉस निकाल के वैल्यू पुट करेंगे तो उसके लिए साइन मालूम होना चाहिए. अदरवाइज ये इसको हम यदि सिंप्लीफाई कर लें, और ऐसा है कि दिस डिपेंड्स अपॉन द क्वेश्चन कैसा है. So this is in form of a plus b minus b, a square minus b square, and now you can simplify. Or if you want to follow that simple method, so that this is the one method, but this depends upon the question, how can you simplify it? And if you want to find the value of sine and cos, you have to find the hypotenuse. Now you find whatever you have sine equal to sine theta p by x 8y 113 under root, and cos theta is equal to b by x 7y 113 under root. Now these two you put the values. 1 plus 8 113 under root, and this is 1 minus 8 113 under root. And now you see 1 plus 7 by 113 under root, and this is 1 minus 7 by 2 under root 3. So now you can use that formula, a plus b minus b, a square, 1 square 1. इसका स्क्वायर कितना हो जाएगा? 64, and this will be root will be cancelled. And now this will be a square minus b square. This square minus this square. And similarly here, 1 square 1. इसका हो जाएगा 49 by 113. Now you simplify the numerator, 113 LCM. 113 minus 64. And here is also LCM 113. 113 minus 49. This will be cancelled. 1133 minus 4, 9. And 10 minus 4, 6, 49. 3 minus 9, how much? 4. And 11 minus 4. No, here will be 10. 10 minus 4, 60. This is 60, 49 by 64. And in the previous method, we have also found the same value. So this depends upon the question. How can you proceed? This is only on the nature of the question. तो क्वेश्चन को पहले ध्यान से देखना पड़ेगा, and whatever you have learned, you use the second formula and memorable points, and then you use, and then you will find your result. So, my dear, I have explained a few questions. Now, you can ask any question. You will simply note down the question you send through WhatsApp, and I will try to solve, and I will send the solution to your doubts. So trigonometry, introduction of trigonometry, 8.1, 8.2, the values, evaluate some degrees are given, sine 30 degrees, cos 60 degrees, and prove that trigonometric identities. So that's all for today, and you will try your best. Thank you and have a nice day.